Why fear shows up before every breakthrough, the Emotional Blueprint podcast. Fear isn't a barrier, it's a signal. In this emotional storytelling episode, we explore why fear appears at the exact moment you're about to grow, evolve, or step into a new version of yourself. Through a cinematic, faceless narrative inspired by real emotional education stories across the U.S., this episode reveals how social-emotional learning, SEL, helps children understand their inner world, and how adults can continue that journey through conscious self-awareness and emotional mastery. You'll learn why fear shows up before transformation, how to interpret fear as a message, not a threat, the emotional archetypes behind courage, how to shift from hesitation to inner strength, a simple reflection that rewires your response to fear. This is the Emotional Blueprint, where stories become self-awareness and your inner world finally becomes clear. Listen if you're exploring emotional intelligence, overcoming fear, self-awareness and inner work, breaking subconscious patterns, personal growth and transformation, cinematic, faceless storytelling. Fear is the emotion we're taught to hide, to push down, to pretend we've outgrown. But what if fear isn't the enemy? What if fear is the doorway? Today's story begins in a place you might not expect, a classroom. Not because of the textbooks or the tests, but because of something far more powerful happening beneath the surface. Across classrooms in the United States, a quiet revolution is unfolding. It's called social-emotional learning, SEL, and it's teaching children something most adults were never taught: how to understand their emotions, how to build resilience, and how to connect with others in meaningful ways. Because the hardest lessons in life aren't algebra or history. They're the moments when fear grips your throat before you speak up, when shame whispers that you're not enough, when anger or anxiety threatens to take control. These are the moments that shape us more than any textbook ever could. SEL gives students something most of us had to learn the hard way: the ability to pause, to breathe, and to choose courage over fear. Teaches them that emotions aren't enemies. They're signals. Signals that can be understood, managed, and transformed into strength. But here's the truth. Fear doesn't disappear when we leave school. It follows us into adulthood, into our careers, our relationships, and the dreams we're too afraid to chase. And that's where the next chapter begins. Programs like Neuro-Gym's Winning the Game of Fear pick up where SEL leaves off. They help us rewire the patterns of fear that hold us back, so we can step into the life we were meant to live. Imagine a generation that grows up not just smart, but emotionally strong. A generation that knows how to face fear, transform it, and rise above it. SEL is the foundation. Neuro-Gym is the continuation. Together, they remind us of something simple but profound. Fear is not the end of the story. It's the beginning of courage. This story is the journey of the inner child meeting the inner warrior. The inner child feels fear, shame, hesitation. The inner warrior doesn't eliminate fear, it walks with it. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the decision to move anyway. This is the emotional blueprint behind every breakthrough. Fear is a signal, not a stop sign. It's the body's way of saying, there is something here worth growing into. When you feel fear, you're standing at the doorway of your next evolution. Today, notice one moment where fear tries to make a decision for you. Pause. Breathe, and ask yourself, what would courage do here? That single question can change the trajectory of your life. Fear doesn't have to write your story. You can choose a different chapter. If you're ready to take the next step, Explore tools that help you rewire fear at its root, like Neurogym's Winning the Game of Fear. This is the emotional blueprint, where stories become self-awareness, and where your inner world finally becomes clear. Click the link in the description and start your new journey today.